Well, I think the whole concept of sports tourism has evolved through the years. We started a number of years ago, over 30 years ago now, talking about softball and how to attract major softball teams coming into our community. And well, we built Cherry Park, which was at that time it was kind of a premier softball complex. And from that, through the years, we've evolved with other sports venues. The whole time thinking in terms of how do we create these nice venues for our citizens and yet have them be of the quality that would attract major events for tourism purposes.
Rock Hill, South Carolina has a growing sports tourism industry designed to bring significant economic impact to the area. About 7 years ago, the city of Rock Hill started developing the Riverwalk community, with one of its major attractions being the BMX Supercross track.
Downtown Columbia, taking a whole shot into turn number one. Gonna bring this one back.
This past July, the city of Rock Hill hosted the UCI BMX World Challenge and World Championships.
Well, one of the things that we've said all along about sports tourism is that it provides a tremendous economic impact. We have measured over the last 10 years well over $150 million of economic impact from our sports tourism. Now, that sounds like good business to me. This event by itself will generate approximately $13 million in economic impact over a 10-day period. And that is marvelous. You got 20,000 expected visitors from around the world here over a 10-day period. And so when you think about having this kind of an event, certainly it's a bicycle event and it's a major world championship. But it's much, much more than that when you think about the economic impact.
The restaurants are full, the hotels are full, so we know people are sleeping and eating in our area, and that's been great. But it's also given the community that sense of pride that we want to show the world what Rock Hill's all about. We're very proud of that. Parks, Recreation, and Tourism was kind of the tip of the arrow, but we had a whole city that was behind us, which makes it great, and it's made all the people that are here from 48 different countries feel welcomed, and we've shown them Southern hospitality, and we think that's great.
Hopefully, this international platform has provided us a presence, in the Carolinas, on the East Coast, and I would venture to say nationally and internationally now, with people who have visited here and come here. This event is being broadcast around the world. We anticipate well over 100 media representatives here over the next few days. Those people are sending reports and messages back to the 48 countries which are here in their language, and they're talking about Rock Hill, South Carolina, and South Carolina in general.
An event of this magnitude would not have been possible if it weren't for the city of Rock Hill's attention to detail and forward thinking.
And when it came to the cycling facilities, we went to UCI, we went to USA BMX, we went to USA Cycling and said, help us create something that we're going to be able to draw an event like this. And as you can see, that's been successful. A lot of people have moved here to train because of the facilities we've got. We're very proud of that too.
Right after the track was announced, we'd already decided we were moving, and then we found out they were going to get Worlds this year, which made us really, really excited that we were going to get to move here and have this as our home track for Worlds. It's so awesome to have such a good track to train on. It kind of spoils me because I'll go to other tracks that aren't as good and I'll be kind of disappointed, but it's so awesome to have just such a good facility that's open so many days of the week to get to train on.
We met up with Anna Bynan during the event. This is Bynan's second World Championship.
It's definitely a lot different. The year that I went was 2013, and it was in New Zealand, and it was very small. And this year it's in the US, and it's the biggest World Championships that have ever been held. So it's crazy to be able to compete with all of the fastest riders that have ever competed in Worlds. So New Zealand, the track was probably one of the smallest tracks that they've had for Worlds, and this is a really, really big track compared to other Worlds tracks. It's longer, you have to pedal a lot more, and the turns are bigger. So it's a lot more exciting. There's a lot more room for passing people. There's not really much single file racing. It's very exciting.
we have had people tell us that they have moved here. They moved here for the velodrome. They've moved here for BMX. And we had a wonderful event at Winthrop University at first of the week where the USA team was there, about 1,000 riders, amateur and elite riders, and their families were there. And what Dr. Mahoney, the president at Winthrop University, and I told that group is we want you to consider coming to school at Winthrop University, being in a great community, and training at one of the finest BMX tracks in the world. And so our hope is that that's what that will generate. Winthrop students and new residents in our community and a future Olympian.
Sports tourism in Rock Hill will only continue to grow in the upcoming years. There are plans to build a cyclocross track and a new indoor facility.
In a year to a year and a half, that facility will be complete. It's 125,000 square feet under one roof, and what we'll be hosting there are major volleyball, basketball tournaments, and a plethora of other things that can be conducted under an enclosed arena. And to show you what kind of an economic driver that is, there's a 200-room hotel going right next door. So when you think about how sports and sports tourism helps to leverage all of these other things, I think it's great for our city. We'll have all 5 elements of USA Cycling in one location. We don't think there's anywhere else in the world that's got them all in one place. There are a lot of nice facilities, but it's just maybe one facility, and we're going to have the criterium course, cyclocross course, 8 miles of mountain biking, the velodrome, and the BMX track, and that's all the elements of USA Cycling. With us being able to have the quality of programs we have for our citizens, and then they spin off to benefit us in a national and international way, I think it's a big plus. So it gives me a lot of pride to see our community hosting this kind of event. I'm tremendously appreciative of the over 1,000 volunteers we've had working this event. What that says to me is that our citizens are willing to share that Rock Hill spirit with others, and I think that's very pleasing.
6:43 by going to pick up your first spot at Putnam. Bring it back around. Got to be balanced. Galeno, right, in and out of turn number 2. Your world defending number 5 bike.